My name is Venison Jeffrey and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Now, a particular incident would have drawn our attention to the Cedros area. And to add insult to injury concerning that particular incident is that the people at Cedros would have known that to be true up till this present day. Now, the incident that would have drawn our attention is with Kuma Guinness, in which he had a lack of oxygen and the information was forwarded. Now, what is most frightening concerning that is this: it have ferreted out the inadequacy of the hospital system within that peninsula. It is appearing to be that facility, the healthcare facility within the Cedros area, are not equipped to deal with certain things. And if that is the case, why not say? And if that is the case, why not the ambulance system is not upgraded in these rural areas? Because one could argue the point that it have a lot of hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of health centers. But why not upgrade the ambulance system? Now, this is a very serious thing. We have a landslip in the area of Chatham, and the health center is purported to be under-equipped to deal with particular situation. Now, this right here, people, is a bomb. Now, we are going to go into several clips and interviews in which we will be able to show you, the general public, what is taking place in Trinidad and the bomb that is just ticking away and waiting to explode. Take a look at this.
This afternoon we in Cedros again, and this afternoon we're here to speak about a death at this facility. That was Sunday morning. So on Sunday, a gentleman, a resident from the area, would have contacted Philip Edward Alexander and would have asked him to highlight a concern where his brother died in his arms because of a lack of facilities at this very head center. There was a report that there wasn't enough oxygen. We were also here last week Friday in this area concerning the roads and the fact that the water there's a pump from the Granville water station is not be able to pump water down here. But this afternoon, we're here on behalf of the residents of Cedros, and we're here to discuss what has happened or what took place at these facilities. We've been hearing from a few other residents from the area.
This is an incident what I knew would have happened. I expected to happen a long time ago. I know it's been happening and the people in the area are not coming. What happened here is a sad state. Under the UNC regime, we had here as a 24-hour hospital. Now, they turn it back into a health center, which is bad. This area too big to have a health center. Here, supposed to be a hospital. It was always a hospital from back in the days. Right now, I don't know what they're doing with it and having it as a health center. Here, supposed to open 24-hour because we have people from the Carcass, Fullerton, Granville could come here and ease up the pressure in Point Forte. But you know what has happened under certain regime? For instance, the PNM, they closed it, they changed it. They had nurses' quarters, doctor quarters, and we don't have that anymore. So this is why people in this area is suffering. So we are asking the regime now, open it as a hospital. I and the present council have been campaigning and asking for here to be a hospital. And even a fire tender down here. Everything coming from Point, by the time we reach here, the house burn, whatever building burn, because we don't have a fire tender, because we don't have proper representation in this area. So this is why these things happening.
Cases, everything, and now the health center. And after before, no doctor, nothing. The ANT would come in the night, in the evening, and they can't really help you much because you still have to go to point. You have to carry a point.
What about the gas? If you had to go to point and you have no gas, I see the gas station closed.
Well, you stay here, and whatever happen.
For the water, you're getting water?
Yeah. You just have water, or not too regular, but you just have water.
I hear there's a problem with the pump in Granville, that's why you're not getting water.
Oh, and water, there's a thing in water here for your carcass all the time, water truck. How they mashing
From there?
The people in Carcass tell me they're not getting water at all.
No, they just come and pick water truck just come here for to carry carcass.
You was around when the guy's brother died?
I was inside.
Okay. But that was tragic.
Oh, that was sad.
Sad, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
So this is what we're saying. That's why we're here this afternoon. The gentleman, because he had nobody else to turn to, called Philip and asked Philip if he could highlight the matter for him. And that's why we're here this evening. We're here on behalf of the residents of Cedros because we feel their pain. The guy's brother died in his arms.
Hi, good evening to the people of Cedros and environments. I came here at the Cedros Health Center to make this video because I was born here. My children was born here. And what I know of this health center as a wooden building has so much of amenities in it, and now they cut down cut down because we had maternity section here. We had where you could come and get here if you get a fish hook, if you get a cut, you could get it stitched. It had doctor quarters right in the back here. It had doctor 24 hours. So we want to know why this must happen at this health center in Cedros here. Another thing I want to mention, seeing that I am in this area, I want Swara to know that I retire more than 16 months now and I cannot get my pension. I have my house to pay for, my mortgage to pay. And I fed up, call and wait and asking. I am going to lose my house. Just because Swara, I was paying pension and now I can get the money what I put in. I need my money now. Because this is going to reach further than where it is today.
So that was Patricia. She's a former Swara worker. And these are some of the number of problems we've been having with Swara in this area. Apart from the fact of a lack of oxygen, which the gentleman said that caused the grief and his brother to die in his arms. And he had to reach out to Philip Edward Alexander and the Progressive Empowerment Party for them to be able to highlight the matter. Why does it have to reach to this?
Well, with all this being said and done, and all this thing that is taking place within Cedros, will the government try to put things in place to upgrade this and advise the public on what is really taking place? Because you would have seen the landslip, and you would have seen people that would have mentioned certain things that they are experiencing currently. And the problem is this system that was constructed by the forefathers, in which have been running, you know, it wasn't running all like fish and tour, but it was running better than this. What is taking place here? And why are the citizens of this country of Trinidad and Tobago, is receiving such mishaps, not as a fault of their own, but as a fault of the government of this state? Now, whether or not we support our particular administration, that's not the point. Whether or not you like this one or you like that one, that's not the point. The people is who is suffering here. And we would have been pushing this thing in which you call referendum, where the people will decide on political issues. Now, coming back to the story within Cedros, years upon years upon years, certain residents would have said, hey, this is what it is, and no redress. Where are we going from here as a people? What are we to do with this information? Are we to just cast this information aside, or to work on this data and use this to improve the system within Trinidad and Tobago? The residents of Cedros and environs are seeing hell in that area, because they would have talked about the inconsistencies with the water in a country that is racing the first world status. Certain people within that area in getting water, and a lot of things that is taking place there intrinsic with the people of that area. Is it that this is political discrimination or geographic discrimination based on the voter pattern? Members of the public, we need to stand up and we need to speak out. We are going to put the numbers up on the screen. Any information that you have concerning things that is taking place within your area, you could call this number right here. Well, my name is Renaissance Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. We will continue to bring you ball by ball comments like this, so you for yourself could see and understand what is taking place within your area. You can never get it better than this. Raw footage,